The nation's biggest retailer is currently running the biggest sweepstakes in the history of the world. Amazon's new HQ2 could bring 50,000 jobs and billions in investment to whoever wins. And right now, Indianapolis could still be holding that winning ticket. Our Scott Swan is live in Seattle tonight, where Amazon's explosive growth is fueling progress and problems. Hi, Scott.
Hi, Jenny. You know, when you come to Seattle, you expect to see the Space Needle. There it is right there. But when you come here, you don't expect to see this. Cranes everywhere. Tons of cranes. 13 here in downtown Seattle. It's part of the Amazon effect. At least that's what I'm being told. Now imagine if Indianapolis was to be the winning city for this second headquarters. Perhaps we'd be seeing cranes all over our city. I'm told if we're the winner, it would change our city forever. It's the crown jewel of the Pacific Northwest. Seattle is home to the Space Needle, nestled next to the Puget Sound, not far from Pike Place Market. But Seattle is also home to Amazon. The company dominates the downtown landscape and impacts everything around it. We're here talking to the people who have watched Amazon change this city, in good ways.
A lot of people coming in. A lot of restaurants, a lot of activity, a lot of excitement.
And in bad ways.
Housing prices, oh my gosh, through the roof. Rents through the roof.
So imagine if Indianapolis scored this massive prize. What kind of impact would it have? For one, the footprint is massive. If they recreated their Seattle campus in Indianapolis, that's 8 million square feet. That's a big chunk of downtown Indy. Put another way, it's more than half of the Indianapolis Motor Speedway and roughly the same office space as at least 8 Salesforce towers. Amazon promises lots of jobs, 50,000 of them, and those are high-paying jobs with 6-figure salaries. But those likely wouldn't all go to Indiana residents.
You hear that HQ2 is bringing 50,000 jobs. That's not 50,000 jobs of your friends who are getting hired. That's like 10,000 of your friends who are getting hired, and then 40,000 people who are moving to town.
Over the next few days, you'll hear from those who have followed the Amazon buildup here in Seattle and those who live with the pros and cons of this massive company. Then you'll be able to decide whether the Amazon effect would be positive or negative for Indianapolis. And back here live in Seattle, again, more cranes, more building, more of the Amazon effect. Tomorrow we're going to spend a lot of coverage tomorrow talking to these realists that paint this very complex picture of what it's like to live with this giant company in this city and how this may impact things if Indianapolis ends up winning. We'll be with you tomorrow on Sunrise and then again at 5, 6, and 11. Jenny?
Yeah, Scott, this is really a fascinating perspective coming from Seattle. You've been talking to people all day. Is there anything specific that really struck you the most?
Yeah, there was a lot that surprised me in covering this particular story today. I'd say a couple of things. The idea that the homeless population has actually grown as a result of Amazon's growth here in Seattle, that's one surprise. I'd say another thing is the rental market, the fact that these rents have exploded, and it's making it very difficult for people to afford to live here in Seattle because these tech jobs that Amazon is offering, these are 6-figure jobs. Not everybody is making 6 figures, and that's creating some problems here in Seattle. We'll have more of that tomorrow for you. Jenny?
All right, very interesting. We'll look forward to your reports. Scott Swan live in Seattle for us. Thank you.